Hi there, Erin Rector, confidence coach and business strategist, here to talk to you today about follow-up. Stop right here, go grab yourself a piece of paper if you don't have one, and a pen, a writing utensil, whatever, and take some notes, because this is really important. And this is something that actually, what sparked the idea for this training was a conversation I had with a recent client and about following up. So I had spoken with her about her process in her sales process, her pitching process, and then her follow-up process. There was no follow-up process, zero follow-up at all. So hand you my business card, this is what I do, see you later, no follow-up. So I really want to talk to you about the statistics of following up and sales. So here we go. 48% of salespeople, business owners, do not follow up at all with a prospect. So you have an initial meeting, you have a conversation, never follow up. That could be for a lot of reasons. You might not follow up because you don't think that they're going to buy. You just have this preconceived notion in your head that they're not interested. There are other ways to follow up. You don't have to necessarily ask for the sale as a follow-up, but you can just check in. You know, maybe it's not the right time for them to buy. Maybe there's a whole lot of different reasons that maybe they're not buying at the moment. Some sort of follow-up, even if it's just to keep connected to that person, is so crucial. Again, 48% of salespeople do not follow up with a prospect. Only 25% make a second connection, but then they stop. 12% make a third connection and then they stop. Only 10% continue on until they get an answer. Only 10%. So there is a really great quote in a book by Stephen Schiffman. He writes the book Cold Calling Techniques That Really Work. Title's not the best in my opinion, but the book is amazing. So scratch the title and go check it out. It's not just about cold calling. It gives a lot of information about sales statistics. And one of the best quotes that he has in this book is, who is your biggest competition? The biggest competition for you is the status quo. What is everyone else doing? And by these statistics, not many are actually following up more than 3 times. So if you continue following up after the 3rd time, you're already breaking the status quo. So super important statistics to understand, and more importantly, to understand when buyers buy. Only 2% of sales happen on the first connection. And I've been in sales for a really long time. I also own my own business, and I've only one time made a sale during the initial call. Send the contract over, we're done. So it does not happen very often. 2% happen on the first connection. 3% of sales happen on the second connection. So again, between first and second connection, that's only 5% of all sales. 5% happen on the third connection. So again, this could be emailing back and forth, it could be Zoom meetings, it can be phone calls. Just the third connection is 5%. So first, second, and third only makes up 10% of all sales. The fourth connection is where 10% of sales happen. So again, between connections 1 and 4, only 20% of all sales happen between connections 1 and 4. So that may seem like a lot. And in your busy life and busy schedule, if you have a lot of prospects out there, that can be maybe a little overwhelming. But know this, 80% of sales happen between transactions 5 and 10. So phone calls 5 through 10, that's when the sales start happening. At 80%, that's huge. It's very easy to give up after the first no, or after somebody says, yeah, sure, hey, I'd love to, this sounds great, but I'm not quite ready yet. Let's follow up in a couple weeks. And then you try following up in a couple weeks and you don't hear anything. It can be frustrating, but we do have to remember that our prospects, they're people. They have lives, they have families, they have all kinds of things pop up. Think of everything that you have happen in one day. They have the same thing going on. So remember, when you get frustrated with your follow-up calls or follow-up, connections or reaching out to people, 80% of those sales happen between phone calls or touches, 5 and 10. So don't get frustrated and don't give up.